The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Now it's Wilson. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Von Miller in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. To try again after the sack. Wilson, this will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain there of 21 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Here's Wilson to throw. Forced out to, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Here's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So what a let-off there. You figure that was an easy 3 points. Instead, it turns into nothing.
And from that close of range, if you start it left, your goose is cooked. And this thing, well, it never had a chance to straighten itself out.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hey, Charlie. Mike 51, Mike 51. Let's go, D.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. And that's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up second down.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No, a little bit of a dangerous. And this is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Indy. 51 yards.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Alert, 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 alert. Mike 51, Mike 51.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
No gain there as he kept fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they didn't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Breida taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
All day, defense, all day, all day. 58's the money. 58's the money. Hey, zoom.
Here's Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to send this one deep right. He's got a man complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On first down, here's Breida. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Wilson looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Right here, guys.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, To me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Trubisky, throw left side, taken in by Hill. Man, he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
58's the money.
Hey, wahoo! Pick me up. Here we go. At 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic. Alert. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Watch twist.
Now it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Now Trubisky on 1st down. On the right side, caught by Green. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing here, Trubisky. Green's got it over the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Colts have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still is not really... And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Mike, 58, right there. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Whip, 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 whip. Hey, ball.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Myers' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. On 1st down, Wilson. And Beasley with it over the middle. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Wilson. And Lockett with a grab over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. Now Wilson on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw again is Wilson. Finding Paris Campbell, and there's Campbell's 1st NFL catch. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Paris Campbell, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gold with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough 1st downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And Hill with it over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Hey, Echo. That's mine. 18.
Trubisky to throw. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Banjo.
Alert.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
General West.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey.
Protein spill.
Check motion. Go. Mike.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. James Bradbury there to make the tackle. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that. But finally...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Throwing now is Wilson. That'll be complete to Breida.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He's got Lockett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 33 yards that time.
A gain of 33 yards on the play. First down, Atlanta.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out. Get to over.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. This from Tom Dempsey range here. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. The 20. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
They make a good bit of that yardage back as they're set up in much better shape now for 2nd and goal. Flush to his right. This will be caught at about the 5. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it.